Back to the Perinatal Podcast. I'm Meg Duke, and you are here for a mini episode where I read your stories back to you and share them for validation, normalization, and I don't know. Somebody recently told me that it feels like a big hug, like a what did they say? It was like a group hug kind of vibe. So that made me feel good. Whether or not you actually like to be physically touched, it's virtual, so no one's in your space. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. Let's just jump right on in. It happened over a banana. I offered my kid one. They said yes. I peeled it and said, oh my gosh, sorry. I should not have cut myself off. I've actually read this one before, but I just cut myself off. That was terrible podcasting. Okay. I peeled it and suddenly it was the wrong banana. The tears came fast and loud, and I was standing there holding fruit like it was a crime scene. Oh my gosh, I feel this so much. Old me would have tried to fix it or rationalize it away, but this time I just sat down next to them and said, ugh, that banana ruined your whole morning, huh? They nodded through the tears. We sat quietly for a minute. Then they asked for toast and said, no drama, just toast. It reminded me that kids don't always need solutions. They need space to feel. And honestly, sometimes I do too. This makes me think of my oldest when he was like 2, maybe not even. He liked a cup of yogurt, peel off the lid. But if you put the spoon in it, it was like a 30-minute, up to 30-minute meltdown, just like the world was ending. To the point that I made a binder for my in-laws when they came to watch the kids when we were going out of the country for a short trip. And I literally put like on the daily, on the breakfast, like in capital letters in a different color, like, do not put the spoon in the yogurt. Your life will end. No, I didn't say that last part, but um, so I do love this, and I hold space. Like sometimes if I gave you the banana, you're eating the banana, or you're eating nothing. Like that's not the point of this. I hold space that everyone's experiences on that side of things are different. But I love this piece about what if we don't just offer solutions? What if we just offer them a space to feel? And I like that. Ruined your whole morning, huh? And sitting with them and being on their level and holding that. And um, yeah. I just hope everyone out there feels seen, though, if you've had the first part of this experience of they wanted it. I gave them exactly what they asked for. And now, how did we get from giving you exactly what I wanted to meltdown mode? I don't know. But anyway. Okay, so the next one is my brain has this thing where everything either feels like it takes 5 minutes or 5 hours. Relatable. So I started using a timer, not just for tasks, but to outsmart my own overwhelm. I tell myself, just set the timer for 7 minutes and clean what you can. Most of the time, once I'm moving, I keep going past the timer, but even if I don't, that 7 minute counts. I build trust with myself. The timer isn't always about finishing everything, it's about starting. And often that's the hardest part anyway. So I literally, with every single one of my new clients, they get an email with a number of different focus and organization tips, tricks, ideas. A good place to start, a jumping off point, but not a do it exactly like this in perpetuity. Because I always also say, if it were easy, you'd already be doing it and make it your own. But every single person gets the 5 minute rule for me. I like the 7 minutes for this person, whatever works for you. But again, I love that last part. Let's read it again. The timer isn't about finishing everything. It's about starting. And that's often the hardest part anyway. Yes, it can be so hard when we work it up in our brain to be so horrible and so impossible that getting started just feels like it's not that. So it's giving you permission to stop at 7 minutes or 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever your minutes are, but it's getting you over the hump of, I haven't even started. Like, nope, you can't ever say you've gone back to zero because you started. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Okay, last one. One night, I left a sticky note on my mirror that said, you did enough today. I didn't even mean to. It was a scribble during a journaling moment, but the next morning it caught me off guard. I actually felt seen by me. So I started leaving more. Progress, not perfection. Drink water, you chaotic legend. Rest is productive. Sometimes I even leave them on the fridge or in my planner. A little breadcrumb trail of kindness to future me. It's silly maybe, but it helps. It's easy to be kind to others. I'm practicing being kind to myself too. I mean, every single part of that is amazing. Obviously, we talk about progress, not perfection. Progress is real, perfection isn't. Obviously, drinking water. Rest is productive. My gosh, yes, this person and I, we're so, yes, symbiotic. And it's nice because this is it's a therapy trope, but it's so true. Like, what would you say to a friend about XYZ, about resting or whatever else it is? And it's a lot of the times a lot easier for us to be kinder to other people, but for ourselves, we expect more or we need more from ourselves, or how dare we suggest taking it easy. So I love that idea as well. If everyone could take a moment and pass this along to a friend, if one of these sparked someone's face came to your mind when you were thinking about it, you can always text these from Apple, Spotify, send the link from YouTube. It would mean so much to me. Our show only stays on because of you all tuning in and listening, and I have so much fun doing it, and got to keep the algorithm happy. So if you wouldn't mind taking the time to do that, if you had another second as well, you might pop in and give us 5 stars too, whatever you've got the time for and your space is accessible for you today. I wanted to give you a heads up. Next week, I am on vacation, so you're going to get another mini episode next week, but stay tuned because 2 weeks from right now, you gotta tune in. You're gonna see who it is. I'm so excited for this conversation. It is a legend in Kansas City, in the Kansas City area. We are talking about a very important topic for me, for people in my age group, for people my clients' age, for people who are, it's for all of us. It is literally for all of us, because even if it might not be your future journey, you will know somebody it will be their future journey. And this is helpful for you as well to know how to support those people as well. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here next week for the mini episode again. And thank you for tuning in following that for the full interview, which I am elated to be able to share. Until then, be curious, not judgmental, and we'll see you next time, listener darlings.